Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
or finding our inner Brock and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or this episode, we're going to go with Arlen Hamilton and Anna E. We're going to reserve her privacy because I searched deep and wide, a.k.a. a Google search, and I couldn't find this woman's last name. But shout out to Arlen Hamilton and Anna. Now, for y'all who don't know, I'm trying to just throw a little game on y'all and also bring Neron back in the conversation a little bit. Now, you know who Arlen is, right, Nerons? You better say you know who Arlen is.
I know who he is.
No, you don't. Arlen is a woman.
Oh, I don't.
Is a black woman. Is that a black LGBTQ woman? So let's start here. So Arlen is a venture capitalist. She is currently the managing partner of Backstage Capital, a fund that invests in startups headed by underrepresented founders, including black LGBTQ communities. And she actually just started a brand new scholarship for black undergraduate students at Oxford University in the UK, and also Dillard here in the States too. So shout out to her. Like, I was just getting different energy because child, y'all hear my check-in. You know, it's the end of quarter time. All the folks who work in corporate America, especially tech, it's about time for them bonuses to come out in about a month. I don't know why the bonus be see, that's how you know tech different money. You would think the bonus come before the holiday.
It come after the holiday.
Actually, it's a blessing. And I mean, I get it because you got to see what your what you gonna end in the green, or how much in the green you gonna end in. But still, because I'm still poor, I needed December 1st. And they usually don't give it to January or February. And I just done had some conversations, and just the idea of venture capitalists. Am I saying that right? Capitalist?
Yeah.
VCs have been coming up. And for the Negroes who don't know what VCs are, it's okay. These are basically people who got money to play with, to just start. Imagine Shark Tank, but not a TV show. That's your life.
Right.
So, you know, the judges on Shark Tank, although they have their own businesses, basically they're, you know, how they're funding these other folks to jumpstart their business. There are different organizations and venture capitalist funds where that's just their job.
Yeah.
Like, they hire people to work for them to go find these big business and either give money to help launch them and take a percentage of that company, if not take the whole damn company and buy them out. And just lately, I've just been especially since being in Silicon Valley, just my relationship with money, and I never had a negative relationship with money, but I definitely think growing up broke, and being out here, and don't get me wrong, like, I never wanted for anything in my childhood. Like, if anything happened with my parents as far as bills, like, I never knew, so I was pretty comfortable, but you don't realize how much money out there until you start getting exposed to other niggas, and I can comfortably say we were poor. My parents just managed their money very well. Like, do you know?
Yeah.
and that's hard. Maybe I'm not using the right word, but not poor like can't pay your bill. Because I think when I used to think of poor, it's like, oh, you can't pay your bill. No. That's what I'm not talking about. As a child, I was fine, but out here, the way that people can just throw around money, like, it literally, you know, the same money don't grow on trees.
Yeah, out here it do.
I think it does.
Out here it does.
I think it does. Just the way people move and the way in which they talk about money. It just has sincerely opened my eyes. And I do think in 2020, as the years go on, I'm going to try to see how I can tie some of my Detroit scrappiness into these folks too. Right? Like, I don't know. Like, I do all my little HR, my little stuff work now with the children and all the things I doing. But if I were to leave my company ever, it would be to work for like one of these venture capitalists. Or what would it mean to help like what does it even mean to help fund a venture capitalist fund where your job is, when do you make so much money or get so much backing where your job is to help other folks? See, it's not even help, right? I'm not even using the right words because I'm poor.
Because you're not helping them.
You ain't helping them. You basically making more money.
You're investing in them. And the goal with venture capitalists is to make 10x of what your money you put in there.
Yeah.
So the whole 10x principle came from venture capitalists.
Yeah. And lately, that's just been really interesting me, or just sparking my interest. So, of course, when anything spark my interest, the same thing I tell my folks who always come to me, say they're interested in something. I say, what you do? You Google Women, National Organization of Women, blank, Black organization, whatever identifier you identify with, you Google this. And then I did that, and I found Miss Ireland here, which is a Black woman, which her story is super interesting. Y'all should go do more digging on it. Sis was basically homeless, and she got funding for this, and the funding didn't make. They was gonna kick sis out. She came back in. See, that's the other thing. That's how I don't know if I'm cut for venture capitalist world. Because for these folks to make it, they had to do big risk, and they were at points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times where they lost it all and came back.
Mm-hmm.
A broke Detroit girl like me, I don't know how many times I don't know how many times I can go back to Nyambi Mama house. Talking about I done lost it again. I think the first 2 times my parents would be supportive. The third time, what would my parents say? Leave the dog. The dog can stay. You gonna have to figure it out.
Can you go over near him house? Mama house?
Is that what they gonna say?
Can she take y'all in?
So I don't know. It just interests me, and so if y'all looking for somebody to do some more research on, I definitely suggest you go check her out. Niram, what you think about her?
I don't know much about Ireland, but I can tell you.
You better get to digging.
But I can tell you about this whole.
That conference she was at?
No, she wasn't.
Shut the fuck. You sure?
I am positive because I said hello to all the Black people there.
I mean, she wouldn't be just walking the floor. I'd imagine. She was. Is there a skybox?
No.
Okay.
The way this conference was set up, I met every single Black person there.
Oh well, you need to go find out where she at and just be on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
excuse me.
Ireland. Is you Ireland? Hey, girl.
At first, I didn't know, but now I do.
Now you do know her.
No, but it's the hustle, right? It's different out here. And to really understand, and I'm gonna talk about this more for for my update. How Naomi was talking about how money do grow on trees. Yeah. It really does. And I met so many people in the past couple of weeks that money just grow on trees.
Like when you ask people, like, what's the issues you worried about? You're like, well, I'm worried about money. They're like, money. You can make money.
Right.
I cannot tell you how many times people have said when you try to run up issues or if you problem solving something, and you mention money and they be like, that's not an issue.
Money is not an issue.
I'm like, God damn.
I heard somebody say it's so damn easy to make. It's so damn It's so damn easy to get money here in Silicon Valley. That's not an issue. You got a good idea, you can get some money.
Yeah, and like almost dismissive, and I'm like, my poor ass. Like,
yeah.
I gotta, I don't know, shift my thinking or something.
It is. It's a thinking shift.
I gotta get a growth mindset in this bitch.
Yes.
Y'all go ahead and Google growth mindset for all the cubicle warriors. You can use that for a training. You don't got to pay Nyambi. Growth mindset.
And the reason I say that, and because I was at this conference, and I'm talking more about, and there was a kid who was from like a small town in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Or whatever, Milwaukee, and the guy, he was asking the guy who created the conference, like, should he move to San Francisco for 2 years? Mm-hmm. And he was like doing a risk benefit analysis. He's like, well, I come from an entrepreneurial background, so like, the benefits is that like I have my dad's network, but the other benefit for moving out here is I'll be in the know in Silicon Valley in San Francisco. And he's like, dude, you can do it. He's like, after you make he said it so casually too. Like after you get around like $150,000, like money is not really nothing. Like, yeah, of course, like you might need it to live, but after that, like it's nothing. It'll just come to you. It'll just grow. And I was like, well, when does it become? It's like,
because me and Niram, we still got questions for the Black Love Matters
right.
community. We still got. So where do you line up with the money not the issue?
Yeah. So. When there's money an issue, then
because it's always on my mind.
If you don't have a network and things of that sort, well, you know what? It does remind me that Silicon Valley is pretty much a white boys group.
Yeah, white boy, Asian boy.
Yeah.
And the white boys and Asian boys don't really get along.
No,
low key. Mm-hmm.
So it is interesting because like to hear that conversation and then be like, yo, yeah, you'll make so much money, like. Like, it's easy to come up with ideas. It's easy to fund your ideas. It's nothing.
And maybe we'll have an episode about that once we know a little bit more about that. Because Niram and I, we're in rooms. We're definitely in different types of rooms. Mm-hmm. But he's hearing in his space. And at first, I thought it was like this privilege of my space. Mm-hmm. I thought it was the privilege of the space that I was in, the privilege of the company that I work for. That are like, oh, okay, they just on 1,000. Mm-hmm. Right? Some companies, some industries are bubbles. And then when I start talking to Nira, I'm like, they be saying that shit to you. I just thought that was fairy tales and fallacies. And I was like, well, I need to really start examining it. And in my check-in, I'll go a little bit more into that too. And who's you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nayambi.
And this is episode 293, y'all.
Hey.
Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media. Black Love Matters. That's Black We Know. Okay. What's going on?
What's going on with me? Where do I begin? We seen the Queens and the Slims, y'all. I'm gonna talk about that at the end of my check-in there, so we can talk about it together.
Okay.
You can talk about it with me, or you don't?
We can. I got a lot to say.
Okay. Well, what I'll do, I'll jump in, and it's holiday party season. And ain't no party like a Silicon Valley party, because a Silicon Valley party don't stop. That's the fuck all I'm going to say. And it was beautiful. Me going to holiday parties out here, I've never been to a holiday party in my life. I think back to Bot Store, and I think back previous to Bot Store, and I think back to all the other, even New Year's Eve parties I went to, and this is still better. I think back to Bot Stores, and they used to just get us some Fav Dave's ribs on Black Friday. That's the holiday party. I think back to previous higher ed institution when they used to make us do a gingerbread cake. And they called that a holiday party. Like, it's one of the things you don't know it till you do better. You don't know better till you do better.
Your boss
that wasn't no holiday party.
Your boss take you to a semi fancy
take you to a restaurant one step above Fridays, and you gotta feel grateful.
And y'all do Yankee swap.
You do a Yankee swap, and you always get stuck with Linda. Not here. It was beautiful. And for folks who don't know about the holiday parties out here in Tech, like it is literally an evening affair, and usually the company buys out entire buildings. Like, it'll be an entire, I don't know how to explain it.
Museums.
Like, it'll be a whole stadium. And they'd be like, this stadium now is ours.
For the day.
And this is what we're going to do. And not only that, people come dressed to the nines. Like, people really start flexing. Because during the day, when you're at work, you might notice. Remember I told you the episode when I told you the flex is subtle in Silicon Valley? Like, they might have a bracelet, like 10 Cartier bracelets with, like, I don't know, Target sweatpants. And you're like, well, I never thought to wear Cartier in Target, but I guess it works for you. But at the holiday parties, when everyone comes to flex, when I tell you, you see the suits and the Tom Fords and the Armanis and the Gucci bag. Like, literally, people come. Niram didn't go with me this year.
No.
But what would you say about the year you went, Niram? I don't know. Did we record a podcast about that?
Yeah, I think we did. Furs. That's all I seen. I
thought we like animals in
I ain't
Silicon
never
Valley.
seen so many white people in fur.
And then, especially, I really laugh at the parents who ain't been out in a while, because they're the ones who really be getting lit. Oh, Niram, I didn't show you. They had like a paella that was as big as a barbecue pit.
Oh, man.
Like, and you just kind of go in and get it. I didn't get any because the flu season started early. But it was very nice. The signature cocktails was good. The thing that I wanted to talk about more than the holiday party was leading back more into the Silicon Valley talk and money talk was, y'all know I'm trying to be a better human, and y'all know I'm a extroverted introvert. So honestly, I'm most comfortable at home with my heated blanket, with a glass of rosé, watching TV. That's where I would really prefer. But to navigate in this world, if you work, we're social beings. Right. And to navigate professionally, you have to engage. That's something I always tell my direct reports, that even if because some people are like, I'm an introvert, I don't like to be playing, I just want to do my work and go home. When you get to a certain level, that's never enough. Like, you have to go out and participate. So I was like, okay, I'm going to this holiday party. I'm going to key. And then after, we actually went to this dinner at this very expensive restaurant where, the restaurants where they'll have like a tasting menu, or it'll be like, you literally got to buy 10 plates to get full. It's like the tapas. Like, it's tapas. I think the higher the dollar bill on Yelp go, the smaller the plates get. And it was definitely that. But it was fine. The food was really, really good. It was just, anywho, not even talking about that. I know that I reached a certain point because we had a late dinner. We had reservations for 10:30 p.m. When was the last time Nayambi ate at 10:30 p.m.?
I don't know.
That wasn't a piece of cheese and crackers. Fine. It was great. We talking, we buying bottles, we splitting all that good stuff. We get to having a conversation, and white people like, well, what you doing with your bonus this year? What you doing with your stock? Is it time to liquidate? God, it's just the conversations that was had and the jewels that was dropped that I don't know where.
Did you pick up any?
Yeah, nigga. I'm right down. I'm liquidating. I'm what I need to do. And I mean, all the stuff they said made sense. Wasn't nothing ridiculous. But it was just like, fuck, the conversations that happens at these dinners just did something to me, right? And going back to that, there's money to be made, right? So, in my company, you get stock. And it's a decent company, right? So, everybody wants the stock. And, I think I'm more old school where you hold on to stuff like that because this is the time to really pass on. This is the first time in my family that someone's going to have like this type of generational wealth to pass on, right? Like, it's like having... I'm trying to think back old school. Like maybe like think of Apple or something. Like before Apple like blew up or something like that. Like it got really, really big. Imagine if you worked for them, had stock with them, and you're able to pass it on to your family. Like that's something you continue to pass on.
Yeah.
For years and years. So that's
fuck that. You cash that shit in, you go buy a boat. Live on the Maldives.
I like to do ghetto things. No, was it ghetto my hood rat?
Yeah,
thing?
I like to do hood right things with my hood right friends.
But they were just having conversation on like, well, how much do you liquidate and how much do you actually keep in stock? Because a recession is inevitable, right? Like, let's hope the recession is never as hard as it was in 2008 or 1998, right? The hope is when it hit, it don't lay us out.
Right.
But something's going to hit and your stock is going to lose value up and down, right? Yeah. And before you hit that point, what can you do smartly to liquidate some of that? Cash that out and then couple that with like buying a house or something, right? Because in my head, I'm like, I'm not paying y'all to buy houses out here is ridiculous. Like we talking about $800,000 to $1 million for a shack. And I'm not exaggerating.
No, actually it's more than that. I passed by a condo near our house, our apartment, and they wanted $1.3 million.
No, and I can't do it, right? And so I'm thinking in my head, like, how? Like, I know how much I make. I'm estimating how much they make, and neither one of us are in the market for houses. But they talk, liquidating stock, and doing it in the same year that you do your tax and capital. That's how you make the shit work.
Yeah.
Right. So it was just a moment where I was like, oh. I'm out of my ball game. I got to do some work. Yep. And I know I told y'all that we were going to like talk deeper to a financial advisor this year, but like that's coming like January, February. Like, cause at first I was going to wait to after like tax season and get a discount, but I think I might just have to pay a premium and just really talk to someone. Cause I need somebody to break some shit down to me. Cause I'm beyond the level of my comprehension. Yeah. Like I get anecdotal things I can do, but like, am I really making my shit work best for me? Like, am I really equipped am I going to be able to retire ever?
I don't even say that. Like, even playing a different ball game up the taxes,
no Social Security. Right? Am I doing my taxes correctly? How much in my stock? How am I diversifying my portfolio? How am I saying these white privilege? What am I doing?
Yeah, because so in addition to that, like what you was talking, because somebody, actually my CEO was actually talking about this. Yeah. She was talking to somebody at a conference about like stock and whether they should liquidate, and they was pretty much saying it's like your company is giving you stock, and at a point you'll be able to liquidate, but it's pretty much like them having a loan, like that's that money, right? And they were saying it's like, well, at that point, would you put money into your company if this was your own money? Yeah. And if the answer is no, you need to liquidate and find another company to put your money into. Quickly. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Because, that's the conversation that came up too. They was like, you got to treat this like it's your money. Mm-hmm. Like, this is your money, and what are you doing with this money? And how are you making it flip for you? Yeah. Y'all, we going to go on this financial journey with you. How are we going to do it now? It don't become overwhelming.
It does. But the thing is, you just got to have the right people. And I think
it becomes overwhelming.
It does become overwhelming when you don't know what the hell you're doing. Yeah. But once you have the right people, what I've found out is that people are willing to give you the game. You just got to ask the right questions.
That's the right questions.
And sometimes you don't even know what the questions are.
You don't even know what questions to ask. I wasn't even thinking about liquidating stock.
No.
But you best believe Nyambi the next year or two about to do it.
I know a nigga who's building Tesseract.
Nero is so stupid. Anyway, so that was something. Last thing, I don't have much of a check-in. I'm finally getting over a cold, y'all. I was sick last week. That was another reason we didn't continue on. Like, I got really sick, like sick out of work sick.
Right, and you trying to pass something on to me. I've been coughing lately.
I hope you take that medicine. You know, I nicked that cold early, honey. I was taking elderflower, cough drops, vitamin C, green juice, vegetables. I have never been that proactive in a cold in my life. What you think?
Nigga, I made you do every single one of those
No,
things.
because I came into bed, I got out of the bed, and I came in the office like a zombie and was like, what did I say now?
Nero, I need you to take care of me. I need you to take care of me.
It was one of those things, if I was single, I literally probably would have still been in the bed.
I need you to take care of me.
What did you say what did you think
I
when I said
said,
that?
what?
What you mean, what? What is that, Daryl?
I'm sick. I have no medicine.
We have not a drop of medicine in this house.
I need you to take care of me.
We only had a cough drop. And they weren't even cough drops. They were vitamin C drops. Because I kept sucking it. I said, my throat's still sore. All we had was vitamin C drops and throat coat. I said, this is not going to cut it. Did you double check too, Daryl?
No, I just like,
We was out. We didn't have an allergy pill. We didn't have anything. What was you saying, Neil? Did you like how I was vulnerable? Practicing vulnerability.
And I was like, all right, I go get it. And then I was like, damn, fuck 'em. You know, I need to stop going to Walmart.
Oh my God, I haven't been to Walmart in a year. I can't go to Walmart. Actually, no, what was it, last summer with you? Did you ask to go? I don't go to Walmart. I just pay the extra money and go to Target.
Walmart, when I went there, and this is one thing I even tell you because I felt like it was irrelevant.
I do not go to Walmart.
Walmart had every single bit of medicine, they medicine miles, behind a glass case.
Nope. And if you sick, so imagine me going there sick, and I got to hit the fucking button to get one employee to come over.
And they over there, they be so down. I'm like,
lots of days ago.
not even lots of days ago. Then you got the employees that act like it's they shit. Like, nigga, I want to see the ingredients. Yes, you want all three of these? Yes, I would like to look at all three of these medicines so I can compare the ingredients. Oh, you gonna look at me small, nigga? Do you not understand what the fuck I'm trying to do? I'm trying to compare the medicines.
The active ingredients. Listen, I look at the active ingredients. I do not look at the name brand.
Right.
Whoever's giving me the highest level of that active ingredient.
Because all of them's going to say severe, all of them's going to say maximum strength. But when you look at the back of the label, you can tell what's what.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Nyambi, all right, she coughing, itchy, scratchy nose. She ain't got no congestion. Like, I'm over here looking at active ingredients and medicines and shit.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers talking about, you want all three of these? I don't know if you can do that. Motherfucker, I'm going to look at all three of them. God damn.
I literally pay the premium and go to Target, or I pay the premium and go to CVS.
CVS.
I just paid a $5 premium.
And I'm like, shit, I just want to see. Like, I don't want all these got Sudafed in them.
Because at CVS, like, they understand. CVS, they'll have the pharmacist will have a conversation with you to be like, well, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Walmart, you can't get these. You
can't
old
get
druggie.
God damn.
Where's your ID? They swipe that ID?
Yeah.
Did they count how many soups you got?
Yeah.
That ain't frustrate you, Nero.
It did. I almost said fuck all this shit. Because, Target.
Walmart.
Because, Target, it was across the street, and I started to go there, but I didn't have a Target card. And I was like,
and Target do that too, like it's behind, but they don't, I don't know. It's just not the same. Well, Target have a pharmacy though. Mm-hmm. So they have the pharmacy, so you just have to take the card to the pharmacist and you can check out. But at least the card's got the ingredients.
But shit. So maximum strength fucking Dayquil and NyQuil and what's the other one? Mucinex and Theraflu. Shit. I just want to see what the ingredients are.
You want to see who giving you the highest of what?
Yeah.
And for what how many doses I need to take.
Exactly.
Like all that play into it. That's how you know you old and 30.
It is. Because you be like, all
I
right.
don't take all these medicines just to be taking them.
No. It's like, all right, this one's for 4 hours.
Yep.
This one's take every 6 hours. How many mLs is it giving me?
Yeah.
All right, it's giving me this many milliliters. All right, this is only going to last her a day.
Okay.
Shit, I'm about to...
Because that's how the pills get you.
Yeah.
Them pills will be gone in 3 days.
Exactly. And then they give you more Dayquils than NyQuils.
Yeah. We old. Last thing I was gonna say, we so old. Me and Nia was having a conversation because I make him and Nia go to the doctor every year on their birthday. And Nia now he just telling me what his doctor done said. And I'm like, well, you got to get on it. You know what it is. That's how you know you old. When these are the conversations you have with your friends, just so somebody else in the room know what's happening. Lastly, but not least, Kamala. She done bowed out.
Should I play Love Bad for this? I don't
No,
know.
she ain't dead.
What, her
Her
run
for this
is
run,
dead.
and she's young. Don't play Love Bath. No, this is just her first run. I think Kamala gonna be back at it. I also think Kamala's gonna be in whoever the Democratic winner, because I need to call that because I cannot take another 4 years with Donald Trump as president in their cabinet. But I just want to say shout out to you, sis. Good run. Shirley would be happy. Shirley would be proud. Shirley Chisholm would be proud. I do think you niggas was tough on her unnecessarily. But I don't know. Just wanted to give her a shout out because it takes a lot of energy and a lot of stress to run for president, you know? And as a black woman or a woman of color, I should say, it's hard. So I just also wanted to give her kind of her roses while she's still around. Sis, enjoy. Honestly, it was good timing. Sis, enjoy your holiday season. But it's always a but. Who is Tom?
I don't know who the fuck is Tom.
I'm interested in. Now, let me be clear. Just because I'm saying I'm interested in Tom, I have not researched him. All I know is his commercials. I don't know if it's because I'm in California, but every time I turn on MTV, Tom asking me a question and I agree with him. Tom like, what do you think? Da-da-da-da. I'm like that Cat Williams skit. Tom, I do agree with you. But Tom is this old white man who I think he's a billionaire.
Yes.
And
he runs a venture capitalist.
He a VC. I should see if Tom hiring. And the thing about Tom, he be like, I feel like he's talking to like poor MAGA supporters and being like, you want a rich president?
Right.
I'm a rich president and I didn't like kill anyone. Like he's like, I can do it and I'm not racist. Like that is his slogan.
And I didn't grab anybody by the pussy.
I didn't grab anyone by the pussy. I'm not racist. You don't catch, like, I think he got like some black people with him. Like he's like, I don't do any of those things and I care about the climate. Can we work together? Mm-hmm. And something about him makes me tilt my head like the pugs. And I'm not sure why. Have you heard of Tom Nero?
No.
Have y'all heard of Tom? Tom 2020. Y'all look up Tom. Now let's be clear. Whoever wins that motherfucking Democratic nomination, I'm voting for them. I'm so sick of you Jill Stein niggas. Hey, whoever wins the Democratic nomination, that's who we riding with. But Tom is interesting. You don't think?
From what I hear.
You know who's not interesting?
Cool.
Andrew Yang. Yang Gang.
Oh.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. He's the one from Alaska, ain't he?
He's the one.
He's the one that's talking like
He's the one who all the Asian
universal salary or something like that.
All the Asian aunties and uncles are highly disappointed. He's the one who was like, didn't he say some stupid shit like, I'm Asian, I'm good at math or something? No, Andrew. Yeah, he's the one who said everybody should get like $1,000 a month and stuff like that. I'm not against him being in politics. I like his energy, but he can't be the president. That's a no for me, dog. Who we left with? I don't think Cory Booker's gonna win.
No.
That's a wrap too.
You already know who the top three is.
It's Bernie. Hold on, did we combine their names?
Biden, Bernie, and Elizabeth Warren.
Lizzie's still hanging in there.
Yeah,
I thought they were gonna get her ass out of there.
No.
You know who I would like to come?
It's gonna go down to the
wire.
Bitter end.
You know who I want them to come stun on their asses? Because don't they got the January 1st?
Yeah.
Or is it like the 5th or something?
Something like that.
I want Hillary to come.
Hillary is not.
Why not? This is the third time Joe Biden has run for president. This is what, the second time Bernie Sanders have? And it's to be Hillary's third. And I need Hillary to come with completely big dick energy. Her platform should be like, I told you so 2020. You wouldn't be for Hillary vote. You niggas really hate Hillary Clinton.
No, I just want somebody.
You all will be against
anybody
Hillary?
but Trump.
Yeah, I agree. I'm at that point too. My expectations and standards are very low right now. And I've actually been pretty distant. I haven't even watched any of the whatchamacallits.
Like, I'll take a Pat Rock over Donald Trump.
Come on, let's have real talk. How you feeling about Uncle Joe? I heard fucking up though, but that don't surprise me too because he problematic. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
Not as problematic as Donald Trump, but he's problematic. But do we need another problematic white man to beat that one who in the office? Can Bernie Sanders go up there against Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump's gonna be talking really. I'm gonna say flute. What's it called?
Flagrant?
No, fugazi. That's I was gonna take old school. Donald Trump's gonna go up there talking crazy. If y'all thought the other election 4 years ago, and if he beat this impeachment, he's going up there, fuck bitches, get money. And so you gotta have a certain energy behind that. Do you think Lizzie ever cussed out Donald Trump? Because that's what he's gonna need.
I think so.
But you know who wants to cuss Donald Trump out?
Bernie Sanders.
No, Hillary Clinton. Have y'all seen her Howard Stern interview when she said the worst day of her life? She thought she was about to die doing her inauguration. She said, I physically didn't think I could make it up the stairs. Now it made me want to go back and watch it and look at her face. She said, she's like, I physically wanted to vomit. She said, I literally was nauseous from the minute I called him and conceded. Conceded?
Yes, conceded.
Conceded to the day I walked to the inauguration. I physically was sick. Could you imagine that household? What do you think they talked about? What do you think her and Bill talked about? Actually, no, fuck Bill. Who's her good girlfriend? Who's her girlfriend who went up there and talked before she came out? It was like, she'll be out at midnight. Bye. How emotionally draining do you think that was?
And she ran it. She had a good fight too.
And she won the popular vote.
To lose the fucking popular vote.
To win the popular vote.
Yeah, to win the popular vote.
And still lose the electoral, which is bullshit.
That happened, twice?
With Al Gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's her and Al Gore. Which is bullshit.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of this electoral college. That's some bullshit. But anyway, that's a different episode. But I'm sorry, I'm off task, y'all. Y'all look up Tom. I don't know much about him. But he keep coming on my television.
Let's see. Who's Tom?
And he might come up around the back. The only thing he missing is some slick talk.
Steyer.
What's his? I don't even know his last name.
Steyer.
Tom Steyer. Steyer. Is he even in the running?
Yeah, he way in the back.
Like, what is he, 10?
No, like 1%.
No, like number 10.
Oh, no. There's so many Democratic people, baby.
Oh, wait. The 1% is just Nyambi.
Yes.
They gonna catch me. I'm interested in Tom.
Okay. There was a I can't remember what news article that was.
Yeah.
It was the New York Times, LA Post, or some LA Times, but they did a survey of all like the Democratic nominees, and they have you take the survey, and it shows you like which Democratic nominee do you best align with based off these survey answers.
Mm-hmm. It's probably gonna be Tom. Can you link that?
I gotta find it.
Look, but this is the most passive I've been in a year. Honestly, whoever the Democratic nominee is, that's what I'm going with. I don't have time to bullshit. Donald Trump cannot be the president anymore. No. This just can't happen no more. But that's all I got. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Nero, your turn. We back.
So when we came back, I had a conference. It was called HustleCon, which is pretty interesting. It was about all of these tech Silicon Valley people who are A, starting their own company, B, either investors, or C, who already made it and they looking to invest. So it was like a lot of companies and a lot of like startup or like big companies who like gave their like their journey. So like for example, like the CEO of like Native, which is like a deodorant company, was there, or the CEO of Quick Stitch. Is that a company? Yeah. Like she was there sharing her journey. So it was a lot of like these tech startup CEOs sharing their journey and just kicking it. And that's where that was one of the things that when you was talking about how money just grew on trees. Like it was an interesting thing because like these people was like literally making deals about, oh, you got this idea? Oh yeah. Call us in the morning. I would like to put $500,000 to it. Wow. And we're like, the fuck?
Child. 9 to 5 to stay alive.
Right. So it is it's appealing. Like I see why a lot of these people like fuck this job shit. I got an idea.
Me fucking me too.
I got an idea.
Me too.
And I'm gonna go pursue that idea then work 9 to 5.
Do I need to manifest that I want to be, what is it called, a head of a VC? Do I want to found it? Because you don't have to be the founder. You don't have to put all the money behind it.
No. You just need to find
somebody who's willing to do it.
Yeah. Just put money behind it.
I might have to manifest some stuff. I got to be careful. Because, us in the Kwanzaa crew, honey, I was just telling Nia that, like, everything we be asking the ancestors and Lord for, we get to. So I have to make sure my prayer is tight. It is. Shout out to Kwanzaa. Shout out to the Kwanzaa crew. Oh, half of y'all listen. Ain't it?
Yeah.
Everything the Kwanzaa crew asked the ancestors and the Lord for. And for you niggas don't know about Kwanzaa, go look it up. We believe in calling on the ancestors instead of manifesting. Got everything we wanted, good or bad.
Yeah.
Now.
Babies have been manifested.
Babies have been manifested. Jobs have been manifested. Money has been manifested. Freedom. But you got to be careful. What been manifested for you, Nero?
Shit, everything.
What? It gets scary, honey.
It does. It's the reason why we haven't had podcasts in a while, because Nero has been traveling fucking around the world.
Because you said, what did you want us to do?
Travel.
No, Nero. What did you say? What is your hopes and dreams? What did you say you wanted to do?
Remind me of it, baby.
Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. You can't do nigga things like Nero. You remember when you asked the ancestors? Didn't you say your dream is to be paid to run?
Yeah.
To go around the world
and run races,
and talk to people.
Yep.
And what have you been doing?
Travel around the world, running races and talking to people.
I hope you mentioned paid in that.
Yes, and getting paid.
I don't remember if that was in the prayer. That's how the ancestors be. They be like, you ain't mentioned money.
And getting paid.
I thought you was okay.
So, and that's the thing. I don't
remember what I done asked for. I don't think I asked for enough.
I don't think you asked for anything. You be asking for like humble things. Like, yeah, a good paying job. Now I'll be prayers don't be bold enough.
Just grace and mercy, honey. I think I asked the ancestors for grace and mercy, and you know what? I have gotten grace and mercy the last few years, so thank you, Jesus. I'm like, I think I need grace and mercy, honey.
This year, I'm gonna actually like even bolder things.
Would you go ask bold this year from the ancestors? We need to have everyone send in their things they want manifested, and me and Nira ask for the ancestors for you. Be careful though, because our ancestors listen. Don't they?
Yeah.
Somebody asked for a baby and a job and didn't be moved and forgot their other half. And the other half, remember the other half ain't want to ask the ancestors for nothing. And what the other half get? Nothing. Nia, do you know what I'm talking about? The other half was nervous about the ancestors and calling and asking. And we was like, well, we don't want to pressure you,
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you don't got to ask the ancestors for nothing. And you ain't asked the ancestors for nothing, what you get? You remember that?
Yeah, I think I think this year I'm gonna ask the ancestors for my company to make $500,000.
Okay, ciao. If that happens, y'all will immediately. We couldn't even keep that a secret. We gonna start having little grants. $500,000 ain't that much, right? But it's enough. We're going to start doing our little pieces of grants for y'all to launch some stuff. We're going to do our own venture. What's a mini venture capitalist? What's a discount? We can't invest millions, but we're going to invest hundreds.
Microloans and shit.
We can give you $250 on it. We can give you $250 on it to get you some equipment.
But, I was learning like like words or things that I've never even heard of before. Like why
Why commerce?
No, why commentator?
You still don't know it.
How you pronounce that?
What, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Y Combinator.
Yeah. So Y Combinator is like a American seed accelerator that like different startups go to, and they pretty much like help you move along the way as well as find like your seed money. Oh. So like people go there, and their claim to fame is like pretty much all of the big startup companies.
Nice.
So like, look at this long list of people: Airbnb,
Wow.
Stripe, Dropbox, Coinbase, Instacart, Gusto, Zapier. Like, so pretty much any startup that's been a startup and like they've been somewhere, they go through like Y Combinator, like Twitch. So this is something that they don't even tell people. I don't even know no shit about Y Combinator. And like the thing is just so common here is that people was just like, oh, YC. Like, oh yeah, we went through YC. And I was like, what the fuck is YC?
YC?
And why everybody keep talking about it? And it was like so common.
Yeah.
So like,
Now I want to know the backstory to YC.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, it's something about them ancestors, y'all. The ancestors, and you combine that with the Lord, and the ancestors and the Lord get to having meetings about you, and they be taking your credit to the Lord, and the Lord say, okay, Jesus. Be careful, though.
See you do it.
I ain't testifying in a while, y'all. I'll say that. I'll shout on a Wednesday, maybe later this week. But I'll testify.
I know you would.
Go ahead, Neil.
So, I think that's more or less the thing. Is that exciting things is coming down my pipeline, and there will be more traveling for me, a lot more than these past couple of weeks. So, we'll just figure something out. Yeah. I think that's the main thing when it really comes down to it. Yeah. So, this week's Black Love Story is from Mika and Terry Caldwell, who has been together and were married. They've been together for 15 years, married for 11. Congratulations. So, how did you first meet? They said at work, I thought he was arrogant, but he thought I was cute and quiet, and it worked once, so we got to know each other. When did each of you know that your partner was the one? So it says, I think he knew once he broke up with me 11 times and realized that he couldn't be without me, LOL. But here's my Superman story. I was working about an hour away from my home, and when one day I decided to take the scenic route, it was a nice Friday. I just wanted to cruise. I took the road and thought I had, made a cut through the VA DC and lead me into Maryland where I live. LOL. I really thought it was a straight shot, so I called my boyfriend at the time, now hubby, and said, "What's up?" Yada yada yada, and told him about my trip home, and we talked some more along the way. But I said I had to let you go, and I just wanted to enjoy the ride and be quiet. But then maybe an hour later, my tail was lost, lost, but lost.
A lost.
And she said I was panicking. It was getting dark. I made it to DC, but I had no clue where I was. So I called him and was telling him that I was lost, no GPS then, and slightly panicking. Y'all been done that a few times.
Listen. When you don't know where the fuck you at, you gotta say something. See something, say something.
He was having me describe where I was while I was driving. I was telling him landmarks and whatnot, streets. So about 45 minutes later of talking to him, he calmed me down, and I realized I didn't hear the same background noise when I first called him. So I said, "Where are you?" He said, "Right behind your ass." Oh my God! He had heard my voice. I got up and left his apartment. From all those things I was telling you, I was telling him, found me
a mess.
In my car in DC.
A mess.
He stayed right behind me until I got to the Beltway and stayed on the phone until I got home. My Superman moment, and I was done. Like done. I knew he was the one.
I love that. Excuse me, I still got this cold. What's the key to success of your relationship? It says cliche, but communication. Honesty, and lots of laughter. We argue absolutely, but once we cool down and got it out, we will joke about how we argue. LOL. Like, boy, you were mad. You should have seen your face, and we cry laughing. Then they say, what advice would you give to young married couples or folks in just relationships? It says, keep your business to yourself and talk, talk, talk. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if you feel it's not necessary, talk, get it out. What you need and solidify your relationship. Don't let anyone else come between you. Anything else you want to tell anything else you want to tell us about your love story? It says, we are a blended family of 6 children ranging from 23 to 5 years old. Damn, that's enough one. But fun. The holidays got to be fun for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We've been going through some stuff, but we'll never quit. The road was meant for us to travel, even if it's bumpy. If we hold on, we'll make it through. Our youngest son has Down syndrome, and that has brought us together so much. Brought our family together and really showed us an unconditional love, what unity is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to him.
That. Thank y'all for sharing your love story. We're so appreciative of
it. That reminds me of a story.
Mika and Terry, right?
Yeah, Mika and Terry. Mm-hmm. That reminds me of a story. So Nia was big into hiking.
Not was. He is. He likes to hike now.
Nia was big into hiking. I ain't heard Nia talking about a hiking in a minute.
See, you done stirred some shit up now.
I know.
Now he gonna call you.
Yep. He gonna call. He gonna call me. But I ain't heard his ass talk about a hike in a minute.
I mean, but the thing is, he went intense. Like, he just didn't do baby hike. He did like big hikes.
So Nia,
like 7 days.
So Nia went on this hike along his house or somewhere in his neighborhood and shit. It was this trail. And he was like, oh, I never been this way. Like, let me just keep going. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, his phone started dying. He crossed over a river and shit. And then he got to the street. And he's like, Nero, I have no idea where I'm at.
Oh, my God. What? I don't think I knew this story.
Yes, you do. Because you was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said, I'm talking to Nia trying to get him home. And he's like, brother, I'm at these 2 side streets.
Not the sides. Wait, he was on the street?
He was walking on this trail, and then he made a wrong turn. He thought he was going to be at home.
And now he in
But he in the neighborhood.
Now he in New York.
He in the neighborhood. He in his ass didn't know where he was at.
He in, never mind.
And you know where he stay at. His ass is fucking around in Massachusetts.
Child, and not the part of Massachusetts you want to be in. Not the blue part.
This nigga done walk from Connecticut to Massachusetts.
Don't walk to Connecticut to the red part of Massachusetts. Okay? You might as well be in down south.
And I just remember like, bruh, you got to do this.
How far was he?
Far as shit. He was like 10 miles away from his house.
Oh, my God. And if you go the wrong way, oh, my God. Or Rhode Island. Was he in Rhode Island?
No, his house is near Massachusetts.
He did a marathon?
No.
I mean, 10 miles out, 10 miles back? Or did you go get him?
No. His ass had to walk back.
Why did you offer to go get him? Near was a bad friend. That's how I know I didn't know this whole story. Because I'd be like, well, just come to the nearest street. I'll come get you.
Because by the time it would took me to get him, he might as well just walk back.
Oh, we were in Mass?
Yeah.
Oh, and he was, I guess it would have took that long. Miriam, a bad friend.
What?
Miriam, keep straight. You got about 3 hours. What? You come get me? Well, you know my godmother don't play either. We was lost driving somewhere. She called her husband and was like, you need to come get us. We parked here. And he's like, where you at? She said, I see a palm tree. I was in the car when you said that to him. He was like, I'll be there. Because I guess he just pinged her phone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Were you with? I don't know who was with me.
No, I wasn't.
I think it was my mom. And me and my mom like tried to hold back laughing. Because you can hear him on the thing. He's like, well, where are you? She's like, I don't know. He was like, where are you? She's like, I see. He was like, what do you see? She's like, a palm tree. Have I ever called you like that, Nero?
Yes, it has been a few times.
What do you remember?
I remember when we first moved to Connecticut, and your ass wouldn't go nowhere because you didn't have GPS on your phone. This is like before GPSs on phones became like the real deal.
Oh my, you telling my age. I had little MapQuest that was pixelated.
So much
I used
so.
to do printouts. When we drove to Connecticut from Michigan, I did a printout on MapQuest.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
And you're like, I'm using my phone.
I said, I have a GPS on my phone. I'm using my phone.
And I was like, well, I got the map just in case. And we ended up had to use the map because we got in the rush hour. That was before Waze.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we was in that standstill?
Yeah.
I was like, well, my map says get off at this exit. But no, what were you gonna say? You remember the time you said when I didn't have
when when you didn't have GPS and I saw you downloading your phone, you was like, I ain't doing this, and then you trying to go to the grocery store and you got lost.
Oh my god, I did get lost. How did I get lost? And now that I've lived there, how did I even get lost?
I don't know.
And after I got lost, I just went to a super expensive market. I don't even think they make those markets there no more.
No.
Like orange was like $10. It was like worse than Whole Foods. And I was like, I just spent $60. And you were like, you literally have a croissant and some orange juice. I was like, well, this is all I can get to. Oh my goodness. Oh man. We gonna do a little pillow talk? You wanna talk about Queenie Slim?
Yeah. How about you start off? Because I was about to tell you, I just hate it.
What? Oh my goodness. You like them people who did the thump pieces. Spoiler alert, y'all. We'll try not to do too much spoiler alert.
For them to say it's an instant classic, I'm gonna have to disagree strongly.
I do think it's a black classic, but it's one that it's like 12 Years a Slave. I've never watched that again. I would say 12 Years a Slave is a classic black film, but I'm never watching it again. Remember my mom called that the book of the niggas?
Yeah,
what was it?
12 years of
What
niggas.
did my mom was like?
12 nigga books, something like that.
What episode was that?
I don't know.
But y'all don't know, my mom's ridiculous, and she be trying to make me feel good, but she say it real passive aggressively. So I was home for the holidays, was it?
Yeah.
Why was a lot of people there? I feel like it was like, and it was done in front of people. Like this wasn't done privately.
No, because Nia was there too. What was that for?
What were we there? We all was just there. Maybe it was summer. I don't know. I felt like a holiday though.
And she's like, "Oh, I recorded your thing, because you like to watch slave movies. I got 12 nigga books for you or something like that."
And y'all know what we talk about. You remember the Book of Negroes? And that's what she called them, the 12 books of niggas. Oh my god. And we were all at the breakfast table. I was upset about it. I was pissed. But y'all like basically spit out y'all grits. Because she was serious. Like she wasn't making a joke.
No.
Like, what was it? Ma, if you listening to this, text me what you said. She said the 12 books of the nigga. 12 nigga books.
12 nigga books. And then gonna say she went to the Charles H. Rice Museum and seen it and said, "Neron, since you a big nigga, you would have been worth from."
She like trying to tell us like how we would have been classified in the Book of the Niggas.
Neron, you would have been worth a lot of money because you a big nigga.
And I was getting so furious, like, because the thing is, she was so serious. Like, she was really trying to connect and like do a thing. Because my mom's like, she'll buy it, but my mom really not into like slavery or historical drama type movies. So she literally recorded it for me to watch. Because I think we were traveling when it came off. Y'all remember when the Book of Negroes came out and it was like a whole thing?
Yeah, on BET.
It ain't slap how they thought Roots was gonna slap, but it did that. So I think I put it in those same categories. 12 Years a Slave, and not meaning impact, but meaning the emotional labor it takes to watch it. So Queenie Slim is not as, I don't know.
It's not Malcolm X.
Yeah, it's not like Malcolm X or Roots.
It ain't Training Day.
Okay, wait, we're confusing movie genres.
I'm just saying.
But you know how traumatic 12 Years a Slave is and how traumatic Roots can be and how traumatic, like, I think is that level of trauma still a little there that people weren't there for. So I don't have to watch it again. But honestly, I thought it was okay. Like, I think y'all being super critical. I think all the thunk pieces, I think us blacks are being super critical. Because, first of all, we have to suspend disbelief. And I don't know why we have an attitude with that. Because what's that white man name? Liam Neeson. How many times he get his kids taken and he's like super white man, and we believe all these things that his old geriatric ass can do. That is not true. So why can't Queen get shot and wear a leopard nightie and survive too? Why? I'm just going at it with that same amount of.
I hear you, but like,
so I think y'all was just
the storyline don't even make sense now.
How many storylines of white films?
Okay,
have we seen?
But this don't you? So y'all meet on Y'all meet on Tinder.
That's very real.
Y'all get stopped by the police.
Actually, they should have said Plenty of Fish because I hear a lot of blacks going there.
A lot of blacks going POF.
Yes. Go or no, they should have really made it black. What's that commercial I hate? I love a sister. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Meetblacks.com or some shit like that. Black people connect. Is that what it is? Let me
I
see.
hate that commercial so much. It'd be like black men. I'm sorry, we all sick, y'all. And it'd be like black men. They'd be like, I love a sister. She the forefront of our community. And then the girls be like, oh, I love a brother.
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
Yeah, that's what they should have really said. They really want to keep it blackity black. They should have said we met on blackpeoplemeet.com. I would have got a chuckle.
And then all these things happen. And then meanwhile, old girl is a fucking lawyer. And not just no like fucking tax lawyer.
No environmental.
This chick.
Actually, did she? Yeah, she said she is.
She's a criminal defense attorney.
Yeah.
So this shit is on. This shit is on video. You're a criminal defense attorney. You couldn't get this nigga off.
But what you need to think about is the trauma that she was going into, and I think she's not in her right state of mind. Right? You have to remember. So she's a defense attorney, and a pretty good one, I'm assuming. And she just seen her person put to death. So in her head, ain't no way to get out. You dead. Honestly, I feel like her gut reaction is like, we dead anyway. We might as well try to get out this motherfucker. Again, we're suspending disbelief, but okay, can I thread the needle a little on that? Yeah. That's how I don't know why you niggas can't connect the dot on that.
And the ending was so whack.
The ending was traumatic. I will say that. The ending was, actually no, the ending was a lot, but it was expected.
It was whack.
I just knew I got to talk to my therapist because when I heard the noise, I jumped. And I shouldn't be jumping before I know what about to come. Let's talk about some good stuff here, though. I was there for the uncle in New Orleans and Angel. What's his name? I want to give props to his name. He's a legendary black actor. Is it Bokeem?
I think so. Let me see.
I forgot his name. Jesus, I'm talking about he legendary.
Keep talking and I'll look
I can't even do it.
You can't even think of his name.
But when I tell you, he basically was an uncle, and he's basically a pimp who lived in New Orleans. When I tell you, when his lines just came off so effortlessly.
Yeah, Bokeem.
What's his full name?
Woodbine.
Bokeem Woodbine played the fuck out of that. And we're talking about Strong Black Lead, the people at Netflix.
Uncle Earl.
Uncle fucking Earl. Bokeem played the shit out of that. He was a pimp and an Iraq war veteran with some PTSD. Mm-hmm. And at first I was like, where are we going with it? But the way he played it made what?
Sense. I knew that was Flea.
Complete sense. Who was a Flea?
That old white man.
Mm-hmm.
Flea is a musician.
Oh.
From Australia.
Oh, what song do a Flea have? Huh? You know his songs? Is it classical or?
No, he's a bassist for Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, okay. You should have started with that.
Yeah.
You should have introed with that. You talking about is that Flea?
No.
No, they're not familiar with him or Roach. Mabel looked up when you said Flea, honey. But New Orleans, the whole time that they were in New Orleans, I could have just stayed there. I want a whole sub story on the family's backstory, the uncle's story, Angel, the hoes, everything. Like, even the girls in there was playing the shit out of that. And shout out to fucking Angel. I know Angel is non-binary. Angel identifies as they. So when I tell you Adina Moore made me feel sorry for not only these characters, but Uncle Earl too. Mm-hmm. Playing the fuck out of it. Didn't you like it though, Nero? Mm-hmm. I love the clothes they shifted into. Because when I first was seeing it, I'm like, why is Daniel Akulu? Yeah.
Cool, yeah. Cool. It's right here, baby.
Cool. Help me.
Yeah.
A cool, yay.
It ain't even an A.
Akuya.
Cooler.
Akula. Aku. Huh?
Kalia.
What? Don't do this to him. Daniel K.
Kalua.
He is not Kalua.
It is. Look, K-Lu-Ya. Kalua.
That's a liquor.
Look, K-A, K, Lu, Ya.
Yua.
Kalua.
Not Kalua.
Kalua. Yes. No, don't ask the other ooh. It's just Kaluya.
What you mean the other ooh?
Because you like Kalu ooh ya.
I'm trying to get all them vowels and consonants in there. When I tell you he played the shit out of this, I'm here for him. I'm here for his acting. I'm here for his chocolatey skin. I'm here for his bloodshot eyes. I'm here for his accent. I'm here for his swag. I'm here for his velour sweatsuit. Sis who played Queen was good.
No, she wasn't.
She was just good. But he was great.
Horrible.
But the thing is, I can't tell if her acting was horrible or if I just hated the character.
No, because
which is also unique, right? Because I think it's not a lot. We don't see a lot of problematic black women in film, and I just think in real life, regardless of what happened, I wouldn't be friends with her. She's way too. And what about this? And hey, bitch, you invited me here.
I did not like her acting.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of the acting either. I think her acting. It didn't show until she got on the screen with Big Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't show until Daniel really put his ass in it. It didn't show until Uncle Earl started putting his ass in it. It didn't show until Adina started putting her ass in it. But when everybody else kind of was just mediocre, it was fine. But when everybody was acting, then it really started to show.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh. Because it's the subtleties, right?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see Daniel as Get Out.
No.
Or I ain't see him as what he played on Black Panther.
I forgot what he
I
was.
forgot when he got the rhinos. Or I didn't see him as that character he played in Widows. You seen Widows?
No, I ain't
Widows
see
was
Widows.
good. He played a killer there, honey. It was decent. Also, what else?
Wakabi.
What?
Black Panther.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It looked beautiful. It was very reminiscent to me of Bill Street Could Talk. Like how beautiful the cinematography was. Also, you know what was hot?
What?
The soundtrack.
The soundtrack was cool.
I knew I committed with there after he done shot that police officer. They played "Never Would Have Met."
No.
Was it? No, what was it? Marvin. What song was it?
I don't know. And they could have messed with that scene.
What?
How you gonna juxtapose?
I think you better just. I think that makes sense.
A sex scene with a protest, and then he busts a nut, and the gunshot go off at the same damn time, and the kid died. What type of bullshit is
Niram,
that?
spoiler alert.
I already said that.
Well, you were really upset about that, huh?
Yes, I could have walked out, but I was.
Niram, first of all, you didn't let me finish how I was standing for the soundtrack.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You didn't stand for the soundtrack?
Yes, I did.
The soundtrack was amazing. The director used music as a way to transition from scenes, even as they were going on like this entire journey from like north to south. Like you could tell how the music changes. Like when he was in New Orleans, you heard like Big Frida. Like it was just really good. We had Luther, we had gospel, we had some Fela. Like it was really popping. But there were a few storylines you could have missed me with.
All right, what are some of them?
The one you said, I wasn't. No, actually, the set scene was great.
The sex scene was great, but I didn't like the juxtaposition of that.
Honestly, I could have did with everything except that little boy pulling the trigger. We could have did everything else but that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, can we talk about the set scene?
Yeah, talk about it.
It was beautiful.
It was well lit.
Can we talk about like what type of shea butter? And they didn't have one pimple.
Like, yeah, not a single blemish on the ass or nothing.
Is that a normal? Like,
what type of skin is that?
What I was gonna say, what type of nigga skin? What type of products are we using here?
Right.
How
often do you exfoliate?
Daily, twice a day. So I will say that the set scene was beautiful. Yep. But yeah, the other stuff could have missed. Honestly, but on the flip side of that, I love how this was a bigger journey. And within the bigger journey, there were smaller stops. Mm-hmm. Like, it was very much like Wizard of Oz. You know how the overall journey in Wizard of Oz was for Dorothy to get home, but on the way her getting home, she stopped in Munchkinland. She meet the Scarecrow. She meet Tin Man. She meet the Cowardly Lion. Like until you get to this kind of this endpoint. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed that in this, and I want to see more movies like that. Like every 5 or so minutes, they kind of met a new group of people or new scenario, and I enjoyed that piece of it. Did you?
Yes, but I also gonna say if you're gonna suspend reality, let's suspend it all away.
Yeah. And
get their ass to the promised land.
Now, I wish it would have ended. Like, they totally can come with an alternate ending to that. I told Nero, I wish, spoiler alert, yeah, that they would have gotten to the place they were going to get, but would have been more, I think, get you gotcha was that maybe something happened. They had to come back to the States. So maybe something really important to them died. Like Daniel or Slim. Like he didn't get to see or talk to his parents. So maybe something happened to them and he's going to come back for a funeral or something. And they got you with that. Or, right, you know what I'm saying? Like 30 years from now. That type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would think that would have been an ending I would rather process than what happened.
Yeah.
Especially why it happened and who led to it happening was a little unnecessary to me. I didn't need that. It was very all skin folk ain't kin folk type thing.
And why they didn't know and we knew. I was like, this don't sound right.
I thought he seemed shady.
This didn't sound right.
With all them teethuses. I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know anything, but go see it. Like, don't. I know a lot of people really shitting on it. Like, this is not the worst movie ever. Like, this is not like what's a really bad black movie? What's that movie T.I. had on Netflix? And when the weed jumped in the fire.
Oh,
that ain't this now.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Soul Plane.
Oh my god, Soul Plane was bad too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these thumb pieces got Queenie Slim. Like, is that bad? It's not. Is it a little bit suspending disbelief? Incredible or Invincible Black Couple? Yeah. Is it a little traumatic? Yeah. But it's still a decent movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's decent. Go see it, y'all. Nah, it ain't no Malcolm X.
Truthfully.
But it's good. But you know what? I do want to see 21 Bridges.
This is the type of movie that I would wait till it come out on Netflix.
You tried it. I thought you were going to say you can rent it at home.
Or that too.
Why would you say Netflix?
Because
why are you being so critical?
Because I feel like I don't know. It was just something about just being
critical.
around white people watching that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that was hard too.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all go see it, or if y'all seen it, let us know what you think about it. But I thought I don't know, it looked good. Like, it looked really, really well.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna close us out, Nirams?
As always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email, blacklovematters@gmail.com. To leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to that website. We got that SoundCloud, and always we got that voicemail, and that's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.